so since only the day before I've been talking to a Catholic friend, it had been announced that he's going to get married sometime in the future, and we were discussing the fact that Kelly's on the silent side being a Catholic, he might not go to church. There's no chance at all. So, yeah, it's surprising.
Now, of course, the Diocese of Westminster say because he was baptised in the faith,
is giving scandal, and indeed the reactions I've had tonight on Twitter and other media show me that many Catholics and some non-Catholics are indeed finding an obstacle put in the way of their adherence to the Church in this matter.
and is that because it's the third marriage and he's been divorced twice?
It is because of that, whereas many Catholics who are sought to go through the process. Avoid being turned down for a found that the local Catholics were so well complicated that they gave up. Because it just has to fall out very publicly and on multiple occasions unfaithful in
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I was going to ask you about that. It's no secret. Adultery is a sin in the Catholic Church, and he committed adultery and on more than one occasion, with more than one woman in that marriage. We also know he paid for the abortion in one of his other previous lovers. And abortion.
We know that,
No, we do. No denial of it. And abortion is a very, very grave sin in the Catholic faith.
Indeed it is, yes.
How many times have you had to tell people who've been divorced, or one or other father, that they can't get married in your church?
Well, I think that's true very much in England, because here, not many people are getting married in church in the
if you happen to have been the parish priest and they come knocking on your door saying, we'd like to get married in your Roman Catholic church, what would be your advice? This meant you could marry for the first time in a Roman Catholic church. Let's go to Martin in Slough. Martin, what do you think? Good evening.
Yeah, hiya. Well, the way it is, the Catholic Church does not recognise any marriage outside the Catholic Church.
That's right.
Therefore, according to them, Johnson has never been married, he has never committed adultery, he's not left children, this is his first marriage. And how do I know?
an overreaction by France and countries like that?
Look, France isn't in any position to be welcoming tourists at the moment anyway. There seems to be right across the EU and looking particularly at places like Italy and Germany and Croatia and so on, that they've still got some difficult problems to deal with, and so they're not really going to be opening up tourism until July. I think if France a month from now is still saying no, Brits, you can't come in, that would be a really serious sign that things have got out of control. But France will be very, very dependent on British visitors, and it's extraordinary. Spain, which I'm looking at now, I can't touch. If I even go across and have a cup of coffee, that's 10 days self-isolation for me. Said a week ago today, right, you're all welcome from Britain, just come down, even though we're on the amber list. Whereas France today said, no, you're going to have to, well, it's essential journeys only, otherwise you can't come in. So it's a tricky position for anybody who's planning to go there. But I would be fairly confident that I can repeat my July trip to France this coming summer. But it's, you know, it is depressing for anybody in the travel industry or in equipment, because just when you think, well, we're opening up, things are getting easier, actually the barriers start coming down again.
And Simon, how popular a European destination is France for Brits? I know Spain is the number one, but France is pretty high. Number two, is it?
France actually used to be the most popular until all the budget airlines came in with all their flights. So France, desperately popular. And of course, actually probably more popular than ever this year, because so many people are saying to me, actually, we don't necessarily want to go to an airport, get mixed up with lots of other people and sit on a plane for 3 hours. So we'd rather just get into the car and drive. And that's great, as long as you get into France. And of course, at the moment it's amber, and we saw the situation last year, which was weird, where France went onto the quarantine list, and people coming back from Belgium and the Netherlands and Germany were allowed to drive through France as long as they didn't stop, and as long as they were travelling on Eurotunnel, not on the ferries. All that's now gone. And if you even, if I got into a car from here, drove into Spain, drove around the roundabout, came back, even though I had no contact with anybody, that would be enough to consign me to quarantine. So it is pretty serious. Germany and Austria are us on their red list last week. Other people are looking nervously at it, and the infection rates. And if we see continuing growth in infection rates, I'm afraid that is going to spell trouble for those of us who just love to escape. Because frankly, I can't wait for Thursday when your friend Ron Schaff says, here's the new green list, and you can go to these Greek islands, maybe some Spanish islands as well. Certainly Malta. I want to be open. I don't want the destination countries to say, well, actually, we don't want you. Certainly, we don't even want that nice angry piss.
And just finally, Simon, I suppose the fuss about the Indian variant in the UK is going to have an impact on visitors coming to Britain too.
That's such a point, Andrew. I mean, the government has effectively written off the UK tourism industry completely. Even if they're coming back from Gibraltar, okay, in this country like Portugal, I have to tomorrow go and get a test from the airport, pay 30 quid for it. I then have to make sure I've got the declarations of travel coming back into the UK filled out. I've got to have a PCR test booked when I come back. That's 100 quid's worth of stuff and huge amounts of hassle. No tourist is going to do that when they've got other lovely places they can go to. But the UK government sort of seems to have written off the aviation industry, and it's certainly written off the inbound tourism industry. And it's going to be interesting once September arrives and Inferno ends, and we look at what's the smoking ruins, I think is the phrase, isn't it, of the travel industry.
Indeed, Simon, enjoy the Gibraltar while you're there. Safe travel back. That's Simon Calder, who's the all-knowing travel editor at The Independent. Just confirms my view. I'm not going on a plane this year. Can't face it, can't bear it. If I do get to France, which I always like to go to, I'm going on the train. Let's carry on with the calls. We're talking about the Prime Minister and his marriage. Siobhan's calling from County Durham. Siobhan, I think you're a new caller.
Yes, I am. So it's just my personal view on this
Yeah,
really.
sure.
We've been engaged, me and my partner, for 2 years now. And when I recently, well, 2 years ago, when I first decided about getting married in our local, well, my local parish, being Roman Catholic, the priest looked disgusted at the fact that I was asking whether he would marry me and my partner, who is officially divorced now. He wasn't married in a Catholic church, and I was unaware up until the Boris, that he spoke to my own Boris, that you could actually be married. He said that you couldn't. It wasn't until about 6 or 7 months ago, with a family bereavement, I asked a different priest who did say there was lengthy paperwork you had to go through and that there would be some sort of investigation made, but it could be done. So I then revisited that priest and asked, and he just point blank refused and said no.
And did he say why?
No, he didn't. And to be honest, he looked that upset that I challenged him again. I didn't want to dig deeper with it, really. And then to find out now that Boris, I mean, we don't know the ins and outs of it, but to find out that Boris has now, yes, that's great for him, and hopefully it changes things for other people in the future. But that still leaves me quite sad.
Yeah.
I think that the church is meant to be there to welcome you with open arms and watch the gifts. Everybody makes mistakes. We're all human, regardless of how that mistake was made.
But that's always been my problem with the Catholic Church, Siobhan, and I speak as a Catholic. It's so intolerant.
Yeah, it really is. I find it quite judgmental, actually, and it's really quite sad because for a big family of Catholics, I mean, my mum's side was Irish, so there's a lot of family members. I'm going to be the only one now that doesn't follow suit by getting married in a church.
You could get married. Could you get married in another church, not a Catholic one, or would there be no point for you?
So when we kind of did try and dig about and ask, but we was a bit like banging your head off a brick wall. We didn't really get a clear, definitive yes or no answer. So at that point we left it. I mean, we've literally just booked our wedding within the last week.
Right.
And as I said, we need to just forget about it. There's worse things that happen. We'll just get married at the venue.
And you'll have a lovely day, and you'll have your friends and your family there, Siobhan. And will you
100%.
and will you try and get a blessing or not bother?
It would depend who the priest was, because I wouldn't be going back to that first priest. If I could get the priest that I initially spoke to the second time at that family bereavement, he was lovely. He was compassionate, he was understanding. He also did express his beliefs and his faith in the Catholic Church, but he understood. He was very personal.
Yeah.